world where many worlds fit is that the projects are not carried out from what you could call a neutral perspective, but all of the artists who carry out pieces in this section are very much involved in it. My work is being presented in the section A World Where Many Worlds Fits, and both videos are somehow connected to the counter-globalization movement. The first video has been realized on July 1st, 2001 at a demonstration of the World Economic Forum in Salzburg in Austria. And in this demonstration about 919 demonstrators got locked up by the police for 7 hours, and there was a kind of police encirclement. And I was one of the activists in this demonstration, and I had my video camera with me, and I took this possibility as the starting point of a video. So later on I recorded 6 or 7 interviews with activists who were encircled with me, and through these interviews and through the video images I shot, we created a kind of alternative story to what happened at this demonstration against the World Economic Forum in relation to what could be heard about this incident in the mainstream media, for example. So a lot of my work is related to this counter-globalization movement, which I prefer calling the movement of the movements. And you know, after 9/11 and after what happened at the G8 summit in Genoa in 2001, where the demonstrations and all the activities were cruelly crushed down by the police in Italy, the movement went through a lot of changes. And so in 2007, before the G8 summit in Heiligendamm in Germany happened, I thought that it would be very interesting to record a new film to see what the current state of this movement of the movement is. And I decided this time for a collaboration with the Australian artist Sunny Beck, who is also involved a lot in the movement of the movements as an activist and as an artist. And together we produced the film What Would It Mean to Win, which is a 40-minute film, and it includes a lot of visual material around the demonstrations and the very effective blockades of the G8 summit. And these images go along with a couple of interviews we carried out with people like John Holloway or people who work in the Turbulence Collective and other activists we met there. Well, as far as I know, the counter-globalization movement, the movement of the movements, has not been very present and is not a lot in the public consciousness here in Taiwan. At least this is what people told me. And so I think it's quite interesting to present a couple of artists who focus on this social movement, also to introduce it a little to people who don't know it. And the interesting aspect about this section, World Where Many Worlds fit is that the projects are not carried out from what you could call a neutral perspective, but all of the artists who carry out pieces in this section are very much involved in the movement. So it's always a perspective from the involved person.